Hello everyone, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I am so happy to have you here. We're going to dive right into your reading. I am apologizing for the condition of my fingernails and I probably have paint everywhere. I've been painting a lot. I have a really cool opportunity for my paintings, which I never saw coming, never imagined, but am so excited about. So yeah, I'm painting a lot. All right, so you may just see bad fingernails sometimes. All right. Okay, guys. Whew. Lots of creative energy right now. Lots of creative energy everywhere. Not just here in my office, but like everywhere. Okay. Wow. Let's dive in. What messages do we have for Pisces today, please, Spirit? What messages are in Pisces' highest and best good? Please show me the messages that Pisces needs to see. Man, yeah. Pisces, I want to say it's a real cool moment, you know? It's one of these moments that I feel like different things lighting up for you than the same old, same old. You know what I mean? It's like something is shifting and changing, and you may be kind of getting more aligned with kind of like different parts of you. You know, we are like a multi-dimensional kind of being, and sometimes we get kind of hyper focused or focused in on one aspect or on like a few aspects of ourselves, or just kind of our life sort of dictates that like this is what we have to focus on right now. And I feel this energy of either consciously shifting our focus or even having our focus shifted without us even realizing it. Almost, you know, sometimes we get super inspired, and as we get super inspired, you know, it's lighting up, you know, like our sacral zone where, you know, that's where we kind of give birth. Those are our like, it's like everything, there's an ebb and flow. This is what it's really showing me. There's an ebb and flow, and like sometimes things are coming at you and you're kind of having to respond, and then sometimes things sort of recede and you're able to sort of choose your direction or choose your focus. And it's sort of, sometimes it sort of happens without you noticing it, and sometimes you are the driving force behind it. Either way, it feels like this is sort of what's happening right now, where it's like shifting gears or like shifting focus to a different part of us, but it's something that lights us up. It's something that brings a lot of happiness, brings a lot of joy. It brings peace. It brings calm. It brings a different kind of harmony into our life. And this journey by moonlight, I'm getting like kind of staying up later, or you know, it's almost like the passage of time. You know, when you get in the zone, like when you're creating and you get in the zone and time just goes by and you're not even aware of it. You're just like, all of a sudden you're like starving and exhausted, and it went from like 9 o'clock in the morning till dark at night, and you're like, wait, when and how did that happen? And I kind of vaguely remember it, but like not really. It's kind of giving me that, but there's like a real energized sense about it, or it's like I'm just really inspired by it. Like you may even have I'm even getting like you may sort of be in a routine where it's like you live your life a certain way, but like at night you may be getting like inspiring thoughts, or you may get a burst of energy. And this, it's like it's giving me this like push, like this is your push to like, this is it's like maybe you are too tired to give any focus to these things normally, but all of a sudden you're kind of finding energy out of nowhere, or you're finding energy where you didn't know you had it, kind of a vibe. But it's kind of like letting it come to you naturally, like not forcing it. You can be the driving force behind it, but it's like I'm just actually looking at my paintings that are drying that I just did today. And so it's giving me, it's like, you know, I'll get an idea for a painting. I paint nature. And so like I'll go for these walks and I get all these ideas and I take pictures with my phone, and then I come home and I have like a folder of inspiration. And I don't paint it right away. I don't just like jump in and start painting it. I wait. And then when it comes to me, I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm painting it. Like that's the, you know, usually for me, that's the composition that I want. I kind of have my style, right? So that composition, that's what I want. That's what I'm going to paint. And then I dive into it, and it's giving me that vibe of like kind of having the idea, and then like the logistics or the specifics or something kind of just pop in. And it might be kind of like at night you find this happening to you, or like when you relax, when your mind is just sort of meditative, or, you know, just in a state of relaxation, just like you don't have a lot on your mind. It's like, boom, you get this like inspiring thought, and then you're like, man, I need to act on this. This could also be someone close to you, someone in your energy. Okay, so, you know, this is really, it is giving me, there's something in creation here. For some of you, this is a new love. For some of you, this is someone from your past, or it's like a past situation that maybe never really got off the ground or never really got fully realized. There's this energy, or it can be something that where it's kind of you've been like seeing someone, but you're not calling it anything official, or you're not giving it any labels or whatever. This may be coming to a deeper level of connection, or like a more, how do I want to say it, like recognized, or I don't know, labeled kind of situation here. We may have started off with some games. You know, this is it's like, it is giving me like playground energy, where it's like, I like you, but I'm acting like I don't like you. Like, you know how boys will like pull a girl's hair, or, you know, kind of not be kind at school or whatever because they like them. And it's kind of giving me that vibe, or like sort of the vibe of like, well, I like you, but I'm not really going to acknowledge it. And now keep in mind, like this, I'm not saying this has to be a masculine coming out of feminine. It can go the other way too. It's just this energy of, you know, I'm not admitting, or I'm not acknowledging that how much you mean to me, or how much I like you, or that I like you, or like that there are feelings involved here for some of you. And and then it's like, it's almost like this energy of, there is like an attraction, an undeniable attraction here, or like when I'm not acting like anything, there is a closeness, but then we're resorting back to this game, or we're resorting back to like, I need space, or well, we're not calling this anything. It's almost giving me an energy of like where insecurities are triggered, or where it's like, I'm only going to give this much amount of energy, or this much amount of effort, when we're not calling it anything, or we're not recognizing it as anything. But there is like this we're together sort of energy, or like we keep coming back together, or we keep choosing to spend time together, or we keep finding ourselves in proximity to each other. And you know, it's like, it feels like there is a deepening of feelings that is sort of happening without it being recognized, or without like really being willing to admit it, or without being able to like step up to back it up, or to like authenticate it in the material world somehow here. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like something is being built brick by brick, and it actually is the way forward, or it actually holds a way forward, but it's like we're not admitting it, we're not acknowledging it. And with this card, Perfect Stranger, it's kind of giving me, and then it's like we fall apart. You know what song I'm hearing right here? What is this? I think it's REO Speedwagon. I can't fight this feeling. I can't fight this feeling any longer. I'm still afraid to let it show. What started out as friendship has grown stronger. You guys, it's so hard to hear a song and then try to just say it without singing it. But I have no musicality whatsoever. So okay, it's basically like saying, like, I feel like someone has tried to fight their feelings, or has tried to resist their feelings, or is like, it's giving me like allergic to acknowledging authentically their feelings, like allergic, like it flips them out, like it causes an internal physiological reaction. Okay, take it as it resonates, but it's like underneath it all, it's actually happening. Like we're actually falling in love, like on the surface, or like in our human being self, we're fighting it the whole way. We may even be taking space, we may even be, you know, just resisting it, not acknowledging it, you know. And it's almost like there is a lack of maturity, or there's a lack of you know, bravery, yes, but it's like consciousness. I don't even know how to say it, but it's like I'm not even aware that I'm doing this, or like I'm not trying to be this way. And in the part of me that isn't, in the part of me, there's a deeper part of someone, or both of you, that is actually falling in love. That is actually, but it's like one person is resisting it on the surface, and the other person is willing to admit it and acknowledge it on the surface, but they won't, because they're not going to like condone, or gratify, or something, this person who won't acknowledge it, this person who's playing games, this person who's kind of acting immature, or I don't want to say immature, but they're resisting, but it's like a lack of consciousness. It's like an inability to sort of control that or to like step up, but it's like I kind of don't realize that I'm doing it, or it's not like I'm yeah, it's like I feel like if you ask this person if they're playing games, they would be like, no. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, take it as it resonates. Anyway, there's an opportunity here for something to come together. And it is stemming out of the fact that there are already deep feelings, or that deep feelings were like being built the way through to this like unity or harmony has already been established from like what happened here, even though it happened in this way. I just don't know how to say this. All right, let me just keep going. I hope it's making sense, or that, like, yeah. See, there's a lack of consciousness. Look at that. Enlightenment comes out in reverse and avoidance comes out upright. This person's avoiding opening up or being vulnerable, or like either showing or seeing the beauty of what's unfolding. It is unfolding, even though it's like they may not be willing to acknowledge it. I'm just gonna say, I think your dreams might be coming true. For some of you, at least, like, this is like someone finally giving. See how this almost feels like marionettes, or like two people, you know that game where you push the button at the bottom and the bodies go limp, and then when you let it go, the bodies are like tight. Do you know what I'm talking about? Probably they don't even make that kind of toy anymore, but anyway, that's what it's like giving me. That it's like someone is finally caving, someone is finally acknowledging, someone is finally not resisting. They're coming towards you. You're standing still and they're coming towards you. You're not chasing them, you're not going after them, they're coming towards you. Because why? Because you are in this divine energy. You are in this higher level energy. You're not playing games, you know? And so it's like this person has a choice. If they want a divine feminine, if they want someone in their highest and best energy, then they have to ascend. It's their choice. And it looks like they are, and it looks like they're coming towards you. This has been like this situation where this person has avoided it, but they were not necessarily consciously avoiding it. There was a lack of like, just, they didn't even know what it would look like. They didn't even know. It's like, how can I show up for something when I don't even know what that means or what it looks like, or they're avoiding being vulnerable. They're avoiding opening up. They're avoiding being fragile. But it's like they're still doing it. There's still something happening there. I don't feel like this is someone that's let you all the way in. I feel like this is someone who, it's like they let you get so close, and then there's like an off limits kind of energy, or like a we just don't go beyond that. Even if you asked me to open up beyond that, I wouldn't even know how. I wouldn't even know like what that would look like, or where you want me to let you go, you know, or what you want me to show you. And it's because this person, it's like I don't even know how. I don't even know like what it means. I don't even know how to say this. It's almost like you're pointing out to this person that they're deeper than they realize, or that there is more going on, or even possibly that they want more than they know they want, you know, or that then they know, it's like maybe they didn't even know that was possible to have more, or to like kick it into another level or a different degree. But it's like, because you're in your divine energy, they could choose to ascend into it, and then there would be this possibility that they've never known. And it's interesting because it's like literally showing me, like I'm looking at these doors and these steps, and it's like literally showing me that like you've handed this person the key to the more difficult choice, or to the ascension. And it's like there's almost this like development of love or deeper level feelings that's coming as a result of you entrusting them with this key, or like you even pointing out that they do have the power themselves to like open up the door and climb the steps. It just never even occurred to this person, or they've never been with someone that has given them this kind of opportunity before, or like, yeah. And it's like, you know, sometimes there's something missing from your life, but you don't even know what you're looking for. Like, you don't even know what like, you don't know what's missing, and you don't know how to find it. You don't even know what you're looking for, but you're searching. You know you're searching because you know you're not content. You know you're not fulfilled. You know there has to be something else out there. Or even sometimes you're starting to give up thinking that there is anything else out there. You're like, maybe this is it. Like, maybe this is all there is. And it's like someone finds you just in the nick of time and is like, no, that's not all there is. There is this, like, there is something more. You are not wrong to feel like you're missing something. And then it's like, this is what I was looking for the whole time. This is what I needed to feel fulfilled. Or, you know, fulfillment is within us, but it's like, if we don't know that we can ascend, like we don't know what that looks like, or we don't know how, or whatever, and then someone shows us what it looks like to be living, you know, that energy, and we go, oh, whoa, there is this whole other level. Like, I was back here at this childish game. I was back here, you know, not realizing that you could have a spiritual relationship, and that you could be honest and vulnerable and open and, you know, fragile with someone else. And that in being fragile, in acknowledging this authenticity, in opening up and being cared for, and not being afraid of judgment and criticism because it's unconditional and non-judgmental, that's the key to the door. That it feels so good to be loved like that. It feels so good to be appreciated by that, like that. And as I experience the experience of being loved for the totality of me, it opens up even my own ability to either see myself in a different light, like someone who is worthy of being loved for a reason other than the fact that, you know, they're good at playing the game, or, you know, this person's they've never experienced a connection like this. I really don't think, you know, maybe they had parents that loved them like that for some of you, but I don't think that's really the case for most of you. What I feel like is this is someone who, it's like potentially people liked them or loved them or were around them or in relation to them for what they could do, give, bring to the situation, that they were filling some other need within that person, the other people. Like they've never dealt with someone who's fulfilled on their own and whole on their own, and loves themselves in their totality, and therefore can love someone else in their totality without it being about, you know, what can you do for me, what can you give to me, what are you bringing to me, are, you know, that I need you to validate me, or I need you to provide for me, or I need you to, you know what I'm saying, provide some service for me. It's like, no, I got it all on my own, and I'm with you because I want to be with you. I'm with you because I like you. And it's like, it takes a moment for this person. Like I'm seeing like a whiplash, or a head turn, like real sharp, real fast, of just like, whoa, I get it. Like, whoa, I understand what's different here. I'm actually blown away. It took me a long time to sort of understand what was happening here, or what you were offering me, or what you were giving me. Like my eyes were not open. I was not conscious of that this was even a thing. And so I was over here busy focusing on the game, trying to make sure that it's like, it's giving me, I wasn't a simp or something like this. I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's like I wasn't being taken advantage of, or that I wasn't being used more than I was willing to be used, kind of a thing, and that I was getting what I wanted from the situation. And instead of realizing that, whoa, this was an opportunity at something completely different, and something that, you know, not every human being may even get the opportunity to experience. And I was freaking really lucky, because here it was, just in my lap, without me even understanding it, without me even like, it's like something I've been searching for just shows up, and I don't even realize that it's shown up, because I don't even realize what it is, because I'm so focused on this way that I have just figured out how to navigate relationships. And so, and it's like, this feminine isn't accepting this feminine, like, and this can be a man, it doesn't have to be a woman, but this feminine energy is like, I'm not receiving that. That's not gonna give you the key to unlock this door. I'm sitting here and I refuse to yield. I refuse to bend this divine energy that I've worked really hard on, and that I have, you know, come into at great growth of my own. And I'm not sacrificing, and there is a strong boundary. You can see like the back is turned. And so it's like, I'm laying this choice at your feet. You ascend, you make the choice, and I'm here. Or you make the choice to stay down here, and, you know, my back is turned. But you're gonna have to be the one that comes to me. I'm not bending over backwards or accepting this, or even honoring or responding or playing back with this childish game. Even though, and it's like, this love is developing. This love is developing as this person is just sitting here holding space and holding a boundary. It's all happening. It's wild what I'm feeling here. Okay, let me dive into this hero. Woo, I hope it's coming through. And it may be that like this person is kind of like, my life is sort of dull or boring without this connection, like if there is a separation. And it may be that like at night, this person is having like kind of breakthrough thoughts or breakthrough energies, where they're realizing what kind of opportunity this actually was, that they weren't prepared to step into, or that it's like they missed it. Like they didn't even see it. They didn't even know what was happening. And it's like, little by little, these realizations are happening of like, holy crap, that was what that was. That's who this person is. That's what this person is offering me. That's what's always been missing that I never had, that suddenly I had this opportunity for. And I was so busy playing the game like I had with all these other people that I didn't even realize what was being offered or right in front of my face. Yeah, look at this. You have the Sun and the Seven of Cups with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is like the ultimate chess player, right? He's always like 5 moves ahead. He's always like, you know, looking at the big picture, but then also looking at the details. He's also looking at his opponent, sizing his opponent up, and, you know, figuring out what next move they're probably going to take so that he can respond with the right move, right? And this is that energy of this game. What's lacking in this energy, and this person is a master at it, this person's really good at this game. But what is lacking here is emotion. What is lacking here is spirituality. What is lacking here is true passion. It's like my whole focus, my whole everything that I'm putting all my energy into is being 1 or 2 or 3 moves ahead. You know, I'm not even open to seeing the opportunity that's in front of me. I can't even see it because I'm so hyper fixated and focused on this game that I'm playing or on this strategy that I'm planning. And with the Seven of Cups, it's like, these are all the potential moves that you could make, that I could make, da 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 da. This comes out of a space of fear and illusion. It comes out of a space of, I don't want to be the loser. I'm a master. I'm a master chess player. I don't want to lose in this situation. I know what losing feels like because you don't get to be a master without losing sometimes. And I don't want that. I don't want to be taken by surprise. I don't want to get confused. I want to stay sharp. I want to stay clear-headed. I want to stay focused. And so I'm not, even if these observations are coming in that are confusing to me, I'm like, that does not compute, and I'm just refocusing on the chessboard. This is coming through so clear. I hope that my words are conveying it that way. With the Sun card here, it is almost like all of the sudden something is becoming really illuminated. Something is, you know, it's giving me that quote, like, some things cannot be long hidden, whatever, and one of them is the truth. And the truth is that with the Sun card, this is a reconciliation of soulmates. This is like this, there is a deep soul purpose for this person's presence in my life, and they are opening up this door to happiness, this door to healing, this you know, higher level sort of love, and a different kind of clarity. It's not focused on this one dimensional. It's not focused on this one dimension. It is like spiritual. It is like higher level. It is like, it is about like opening up to your higher self. And through that, this higher level love. Okay, wait, let me clarify this. The Sun and the Seven of Cups. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Always focused on one move ahead. Wow, yeah, this, okay, whoa. This connection, this soul connection is exposing to this masculine their misalignment. And it's not doing it through words. It's literally doing it through understanding, through experience, and then comprehension. Like something becoming very clear. So, yeah, wow. Okay, so interesting. So we have the Three of Swords clarifying the Sun. And when it first came out, it was giving me like this connection is a healing connection. And now it's giving me, it is shedding light on the things we need to let go of, the wounds that we can release. And there is like a strong sense of releasing wounds, and releasing even the story that we're telling ourselves about past experiences. Kind of like, I have to be the best game player so that I don't get hurt again. That is a false narrative. It's only if you're playing an opponent like that. If you're playing an opponent that is in their divinity, that is, ascended and higher level, then you don't have to play the game. You don't have to be the master chess player. It's about, hey, let's just sit and move these chess pieces around and see what all the possibilities are. And let's laugh while we're doing it. And let's explore and be curious and be willing to make mistakes and laugh it off and accept each other. And, it's not about, you can fight with someone where they're not even hearing you. They're not fighting with you to learn and grow. They're fighting with you to be right. They're fighting with you to win. It isn't even about how can we meet each other on a deeper level through this conflict. It is like, how do I come out not having to apologize and not being wrong and being right and being validated and vindicated through that process. That's how this person has been. That's how their energy has been. And it's like, this is opening them up to this world where conflict isn't about win or lose. Conflict is about deeper level understanding. And it's okay to make mistakes. Like, no one, yeah, it's like, it's a whole other kind of thing. It's a whole other kind of experience for this person. And it's like, it's almost like they're replaying even the mistakes that they made that were not, it's like they may have put themselves in checkmate a couple of times, and you may have just been like, I'm gonna ignore that and continue to play. Like, because I want to keep playing with this person. I'm not here to like win. I'm not here to put the nail in their coffin, or to like be the one that comes out of this smelling like a rose. I'm here to learn and grow and explore. So then you have the Seven of Cups being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is self-mastery. The Eight of Pentacles, it's like there's dimensionality to this like puzzle that he's putting together here, and this is like something that is only made possible when you're dealing with something that allows for dimensionality. Like, it's not black and white, there are gray spaces, or it's not like either you're on top or you're on the bottom. There's so many options, it's just total dimensionality. It's like 360 degrees. There's no spot that's truly better than any other spot. It's like, it's trying to give me a science word. What is it? I don't know. But it's symbiotic, but that's not the word I'm trying to say. But it's like, because there is no right or wrong, no up or down, no, this spot is better than this spot, there's just, it makes a completely different experience and a completely different playing field. And it's like, this person is waking up to the possibility of that, and that's even something that could be. And it's literally because the person they're playing against is in that frame of mind and in that energy, okay? and it's not something that that person can explain to the other person. It's something that that person has to learn through the experience of being in relation to that kind of energy. Okay. And what it is doing is it's exposing this person's own weakness, them with them. And that's that they can only play when it's like black and white, like checkers, or that, you know, that's what they're sort of playing. They're not even on the game board for this other thing that's happening. Or the, like with the other person. But the other person isn't saying, I'm going to exploit this. I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to expose you. It's just organically happening because the other person refuses to engage in the one-dimensional game, the black and white game. They're like, I don't exist in that space. It's like giving me computer coding. So like, I guess it's binary coding, 1s and 0s or something like this. I don't know. Wow. This person is having a major realization. Look at this. Holy crap. They're realizing the other person, this divine feminine energy, was offering them an opportunity to share a vision and share a plan and build something collaboratively with them. Like it's a whole other space. With the Page of Swords, it's like they're realizing it. They're having all these breakthrough moments where they're realizing what was being offered to them and like how they were actually responding. You have the 9 of Pentacles. This card keeps coming out for you guys, Pisces. And it's telling me like, a lot of you have raised into this divinity. The 9 of Pentacles is said to be pre-Empress energy. Like you're really, you know, self-fulfilled. You know, you're not looking to this person to validate you. You're validated on your own, and you are attracting to you a lot of things. And there is, you even see this look on her face. It's like this energy of peace and calm and self-assuredness, or what is this word? Underneath that, you have the King of Cups. Yeah, this person is like, holy shit. They are realizing these deep feelings that they have, or even the deep feelings are happening as they're understanding the key that you were trying to give them, the experience that you were trying to give them, and the patience that you had, you know, in offering it without them getting it, them staying in this childish game. It's like, it's a beautiful gift. And as they're understanding as they're getting these aha moments, these breakthroughs where they're like seeing what you were actually offering and what you were trying to give them the opportunity to have with you, and the fact that you didn't make them feel bad, that they weren't really totally showing up for this energy, you were just staying in your divinity and leaving this offer on the table. And now it's like it gave them the space and the opportunity to kind of understand, to have these breakthroughs and to sort of realize like, oh, whoa, I wasn't even in the right hemisphere. Like I wasn't even in the right, I was not getting it. I was playing something else. It's opening up these feelings of like waves of love, you know, like waves of holy shit, it's like hitting them. Okay, okay. Yeah, look at that. Oh my God. What did I literally just say to you? Holy crap. Holy crap. See? Look at that, the Hangman. Oh my God, because they're looking back and they're like, oh my God, this is what was happening. It's dawning on them. It's occurring to them. Holy macaroni. Okay, yeah. You have King of Swords, Judgment, and the Four of Coins. They're realizing their own energy. They're realizing what you were offering them, and they're realizing that they were holding back and that they were limited. They were cutting themselves off from this opportunity because they were so consumed with seeing it this way, with their strategy, with trying to be 2 games ahead or plays or moves ahead. With Judgment, they're rising up out of this. It's like they're ascending through this deeper level understanding of what was being offered and what is possible. Holy crap. With the Page of Swords, this person's having aha moments about all the ways they were blocked, all the burdens from their past that were just sort of keeping them in this place of like needing to be 2 steps ahead, needing not to lose, and all the ways in which that was blocking them from having what they really wanted. These breakthroughs are leading this person into an energy where this is a major ascension with the Magician and the Chariot. This is like, I'm stepping into my personal power so that I can match this person stride for stride and move towards success with them, so that I can basically take advantage of this opportunity to kind of have like, it's like a higher level love, or like a love where there is no right or wrong, where it is unconditional, where it is gray, and where it is just round and full, and where it truly is the experience of sharing emotional contentment with another person, all the while moving forward in life, stride for stride, sharing a vision, sharing a plan, and collaborating toward that successful finish line. This person is in their feels. I'm serious when I say there are waves of love, like an emotion, that are crashing into them when they're recognizing and realizing the opportunity that was in front of them. It's huge. Also, they find you very attractive. Like, what brought them to you is that they were physically attracted to you. There may even be like, this is giving me like life force energy or like vibrancy, that it's like, it's almost like a glow, like that's how it makes them feel, like looking at you. And so it's like, they may have even been projecting so much onto this package, or onto this, like, you must be like this, or you must be like that, or I've dealt with people like you before. They're realizing they've never dealt with it like anybody like you before. And they had you pegged, like they thought they knew. Something like, there's a heavy energy of competition with this person. Okay, you have, sorry. All right, excuse me. That just hit me out of nowhere. I didn't even feel that coming. I usually will hold it if I feel it coming. Okay, you have the 5 of Pentacles with the King of Wands. And then you have the 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, man. Okay, this person, there's an energy here where, at one time, this person wasn't in the energy that they're in right now, right? Things had to happen to this person for this person to kind of become someone that was always ready to engage in a competition, or like in a, I'm not going to be wrong, or I'm not going to be vulnerable, or like, it's like touching the oven and learning that it's hot when it's on, and getting burned, and then realizing, okay, like, I don't want to touch the oven again because it's hot and it burns me. Well, It's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, these fears were existing because that's part of our human condition, but they got exacerbated. They got triggered by experiences that this person had, and it shifted and it's not even just the experience itself, it's how this person processed it. It's what they told themselves about the experience or about what they could expect from life because of this. Ah. And it's like with the King of Wands here, it's like it altered what they wanted because it altered what they could even foresee as being possible. And you know, if you have a life experience where you have experiences every once in a while where life surprises you, you just let it go into the universe. You're like, okay, universe, here you go. I'm surrendering this to you. And then it all turns out better than you thought it was, better than anything you could have imagined. Then you kind of have this possibility in your head all the time that like, well, it might just be better than I imagined, and I can sort of put it in the hands of the universe and really trust that, because if it's meant to be, it will be. I know that for sure because I've had that experience. But like, if it's not meant to be, it won't work out, but I'll be able to get over it because I've had the experience of it working out for me. And it's like, the experiences this person have kind of played more to their fears and to a scarcity mindset, and that things don't work out and that you can't really put them in the hands of the universe, or it's like better maybe even to control it, and also to maybe not shoot for the moon, or you know, not want something, not even believe that something like that is even possible or even existing in the realm of possibility. So it's like, if I'm managing my expectation, or if I'm managing, you know, what I want, to limit it to only things that I'm sure are going to work out for me, then I'm not going to be disappointed, then I'm not going to suffer, I'm not going to be heartbroken. And so it's almost like this person fell into this opportunity, or like what they did was they saw you and they put all of these kind of limitations on it from the beginning. And like, they didn't really even open up to the idea that this could be unconditional love. This could be my life partner. This could be something that I've never even experienced before. They didn't even have that in their realm of possibility of anything. They were pursuing this out of desire. Could have been a very physical desire, but they were pursuing it with a very limited mindset of almost they weren't really getting to know you on a full scale way. They weren't even trying to. They weren't trying to see beyond what was kind of obvious, or their own projection that they were putting onto you. They couldn't see everything that you were offering them because they were going after what they wanted, which didn't even include that as a possibility, because they're coming from this space. They're coming from a scarcity mindset that's been hurt and that is avoiding suffering. And so it's like, yeah. You know what it's giving me? It's giving me this white elephant. You know what a white elephant is? My husband's someone my husband used to work with would always have a Christmas party, and we would all bring a $10 gift and put it under the tree, and then we would all open it and you could steal it and whatever. And one year, everything that I opened always got stolen. It was like almost like a joke at a certain point. And it was my turn again, and it was like I just didn't even want to choose another thing, you know what I mean? And my husband's friend said to me, you know, they say that the best presents come in small packages. And he's like, there's a small one up there. And I was like, okay. So I went up there and I got it, and it was a $10 lottery ticket. And we won money on the lottery ticket. Anyway, it's like, you think the best possibility is that you can walk away with a $10 gift, a gift that values $10, right? Because it's a $10 thing. But, you know, but sometimes it surprises you and you walk away with a winning lottery ticket, you know, that was $10, you know what I mean? I don't even know. And then I'm sorry, I got like really shifted here when the Ace of Coins came out, because it was almost like this confirmation to me of what I'm saying about, because we're talking about lottery, we're talking about money, we're talking about like dollars and cents, and then there's like this Ace of Pentacles. And so like, it's almost like this person had given up hope that relationships could be solid and stable, or that you could build, or that it could be better than what it looks like at face value. And they're realizing that it's like, no, the universe dropped this in their lap. I keep getting this energy of being dropped in the lap, or like it's not it's not expected. It's like it comes out of nowhere. And you see the Five of Coins is being clarified by the King of Coins in reverse. And it's like this person is used to operating from a place of, you know, this has taken a toll on this person's self-esteem. Because it's like, if someone only ever wants you for what you can do for them, or, you know, like how they can manipulate you, or how they can get what they want from you, then you stop being generous. You stop being giving. You stop even looking at yourself as being more than that commodity. And that's what's happened in this person. And what was given to them here was this opportunity from the universe to remember that they are so much more than that, and that they do deserve to receive something of value that is solid and stable too in their life. And God, you guys, look at this divine pair, the King of Coins, the Queen of Coins, and the Ace of Coins. And it's like this person is reminding them of this, or showing them this by being the example of it, and by treating themselves that way and showing up this way. This is a divine pair. This is a deeply spiritual soul connection. And I'm just hoping that it is really coming through like in the same way that I am receiving it. Sometimes you just can't do it. You just, wow. The Tower came out and turned perpendicular to the deck. Look at that, Jesus. And this is breaking down within this person this way of navigating that was based on a faulty foundation of dealing with people who kind of, I want to say, put this person in this energy of the King of Swords. Okay. You have the Empress and you have the 10 of Wands here with the 9 of Pentacles again on the bottom of the deck, the pre-Empress energy to the Empress energy. This connection actually is elevating, I feel like, this feminine energy into their divine. Like, they got here on their own to the Nine of Pentacles, the pre-Empress energy. But in putting it into practice in this relationship with this person and holding steady to their knowledge, to their highest self, it moved them into their full-on divine energy. Like, it's crazy dealing with this person that had this 10 of Wands blockage, right? Oh my God. This person in this time of separation, I mean, I feel like it's separation. It may be limited conversation. You have a bird on these Four Swords. So it can be like someone who you do hear from sometimes, but they may not have a lot to say, or the content of what they say may not be a lot, or it can be that they like just reach out to keep this thing going, but they're not totally 100% showing up for it. So there could be like breaks in silence, or it could be silence and then there's a message coming in. But it's like in this period of time where there's not a ton happening or whatever, we're watching clouds. This person is waking up to their own, the blockage that is exposing this misalignment within this person. And they have so many regrets with this Five of Cups on the Empress. It's like, holy crap. I was dealing with someone who was capable of something totally different and woke me up to something completely different. And that's how I handled it. I wasn't in an energy to be prepared for this, or to open up to this, or to receive this, or to, you know what I'm saying? And so with the, it's all becoming very clear to this person, and they are having a lot of breakthrough thoughts. I'm even getting the bird can even represent like breakthrough thoughts or messages from the divine in the silence. But they're realizing, see how his hand is grabbing the end of the sword that you don't grab? It's like they were only hurting themselves with this. They were only hurting themselves with holding on to these burdens and, you know, behaving in this way, thinking this way, speaking this way, acting this way. They were only hurting themselves, and they're really in a place of regret. With the 10 of Wands, they're closing out this burdensome cycle. They're prepared to close this out, or they are closing it out. This is someone that is, you know, they're really like, whoa, you know, this is like kind of an earth-shattering thing. I feel like it is definitely moving to a space of unity and harmony. I'm going to end it here because we're already at an hour, over an hour. But wow, we'll see what happens tomorrow, right? Okay. If you are dealing with a water sign, your messages are, I want to talk to you. No one else matters now. Wait for me. I won't let you go. Your words speak to me like no others can. I mean, yeah, those all go with the energy that I feel completely. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I had no idea you would end up meaning so much to me. Honest, daydreaming, passion, and indecisive. Yeah, you know, I feel like for some of you, this person may have acted kind of indecisive about where they were at in this relationship, or it may have come across that way. But I truly feel like they just were not even on the right dimension here. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you are hard to forget, good intentions. It's hard for me to explain things. The changes are real. Whoops. I am sending you telepathic messages. If you're dealing with an air sign, you are getting, my nerves get the best of me sometimes. I am trying to figure things out. You deserve more. I regret how I handled things before and secret. Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, this is what I have for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and some clarity. Yeah, wow. It, like, what a reading. Okay. Wow. Okay, until next time, guys, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. You know it. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.